Hello there, students. How are you? My name is Cristhian Merizalde, and welcome to a new video. Today, we are going to see some activities for assessing grammar and vocabulary. Before starting the class, it's important to know what are the objectives to get through this class. The first objective is to know what is the meaning of grammar and vocabulary. This is very important. The second objective is to improve language skills through assessment activities. And the third is to achieve target language. I think that it's important to know some basic information about what's grammar and what is vocabulary before getting into the activities to assess vocabulary and grammar, okay? So in context of grammar, doing that 2020 refers to the study of syntax and morphology, the sentence and the word structure. So the syntax is the order of the words to give sense to a sentence. And the morphology is the internal structure of the words. For example, when you have a word, I don't know, walked, you have walk and ed at the end. So when you gather those morphemes, you have a word. So those are the morphemes, and this is about what is the syntax and the morphology too. Now, in the context of grammar, Solak say that grammar are the rules of the word that form the structures of sentences. And of course, through grammar, we can write correctly, and also we can form sentences. And we can give order, because without the grammar, we don't have order to explain something or to write something, because grammar is the basic form to write text, to write sentence, or to write paragraphs. Now, regarding to vocabulary, Britannica 2022 say that vocabulary is a list or group of words used for a language. Indeed, the vocabulary is fundamental to be able to speak. Without knowing words and the meaning of these words, is impossible to write or to speak sentences and create complete speeches. So we need vocabulary to know how to express and to write correctly. Okay, now in the context of Solak, say that vocabulary are the basic words of a language to write sentence, paragraphs, and text. Is something very similar that Britannica 22 said so. Okay. Now, after seeing what are the meaning of vocabulary grammar, we are ready to get into the activities that we are going to assess regarding to vocabulary and also regarding to grammar. Okay. For grammar, we are going to do an activity called Describe them all. Describe them all is an activity where we are going to describe some objects we have, maybe at home, maybe at school, and we will write the name. We also will describe with this sentence structure what is the element. The first instruction is look at the picture. You will have some picture on the left side of the worksheet, and you will write what is the name of this object, okay? The second point, as I said, is write the name of the object in the picture. And the third instruction is write a small sentence in simple present to describe what is the object. So remember that you must write a small sentence in present tense. And also you must fill up the worksheet like this example. So you have the picture on the left side. You must put the name. For example, we have here a picture of a stove. So in the description, in present tense, in present simple tense, you say the stove is inside the kitchen and is an object where you can use to cook your meals. So this explains the next point. Remember to write the place of home and what is the object used for. So remember, you must look at the picture, You must write correctly what is the name of the picture. You must write a small sentences in simple present tense describing the object. Inside this description, you must say where is the place where this object is located at home and what is this object used for. So in this, you have the in this slide you have the worksheet. So you have on the left side the picture of the elements. We have, sorry, of the object. We have 5 objects here, and you must put the name of these 5 objects that you have at home, and you also must write the description and present simple tense. So what is the objective of this? The objective of this is to use words that you often use on your daily days, and also to write sentences with these words. So you must use the grammar in present tense and use the correct form of the verbs, and also to use the name of the element to form sentences. This is very important in grammar. As we see at the beginning, the grammar takes everything about the structure of sentences and the structure of words. So this is important to do. Now, let's see the next activity for assessing vocabulary. This activity is named Search, Find, and Conjugate, Vocabulary Assessment Activity. Okay, what will be this activity about? Okay, the first thing that you will do, dear students, is read a newspaper article from NASA. And the second point is search for the verbs that are in past and past participle. That is very important. In this reading, you will search only the verbs that are in past and past participle. Remember that. The third point, you will fill up the conjugation verbs worksheet. You also will have here a worksheet, and you will see that the worksheet has present, past, past participle, and the type of verb that is it, okay? So you will say if this is a regular verb or an irregular verb. So remember that we have some structures about the irregular verbs. For example, the regular verbs are the verbs that don't change and only you add an ed at the end of the word. But in the past participle, in irregular verbs, you have the form of the verb, okay? Remember that. So in this article, you must find, as the activity said, these verbs and also write them, okay? Point number 4, find the verbs, underline, and write them in the 3 forms of conjugation of the verb. So we have here an example. So in your reading, you will see that they're said select. So you put select word, okay? What is the present tense of select? The present tense of select is select. In past is select. And past participle is selected. So what kind of verb is this? An irregular or regular? In this case, we have a regular verb because these don't change the form of the word and only have ed at the end of the word. So it is a regular verb. Okay, and point number 5, write what type of verb is. Okay, so we have here the article. Remember, you have to underline. For example, we have here select, as we see. We have also the verb where, and we have delivered. You must underline deliver, and also say what are the base form, the present tense form, the past form, and the past participle form. And you must do this in all these reading in this NASA article. Okay, you have here the worksheet, so you put the forms, as I said. Okay, dear students, you have here your activities. Now it's time to work. So, well, dear students, as last we have the reference to create these activities, and I really hope you enjoy this. Thank you very much for your attention, and see you to the next time. Goodbye.